How are we sounding today? There we go. Look at this. Does this microphone sound any better? Does it sound any better than what we had previously? How's the mic volume? Way better? Okay. We don't sound like we're taking a shit anymore. I guess. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. So, the Elgato, massive question mark. I'll say that much. Now, I won't say that this microphone is the best, but it's the same price. And, as the Elgato one. But for our future travels, we're 100% getting a mixer and a proper mic. It's not worth not having it. It's a little quiet. Is the stream overall quiet? I will say that this one specifically, the one I wanted to get, is meant more for my voice. And this one is meant for singers, so it might be a little brighter. Like you can kind of hear like the higher tones peaking more. Like you can hear it. It's a lot sharper because I think this one is kind of meant more for singing. But I tried to tune it as I could. You're really? Is it too compared to the game, or y'all can't like compared to what? The music? Mic is low compared to what though? If it's per usual. Oh, is the game too loud? Really? Okay. Hold on. Let me know if that's a little bit better. We can put this up a bit. Is that better? All right. Yeah, it's this Shure MV6. Huge difference, I think, because this is like a directional mic. But it looks like, looks like the stream is kind of cooking right now, so should be good now. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, how have you been? Yeah, that microphone yesterday, it wasn't it. It wasn't it. But, yeah, not looking bad, man. Honestly. The laptop is fantastic. I absolutely love it. A lot of things I've learned along the way. So for those of you guys who are curious, obviously, I'm in California right now. I'm in the hotel room. And I'm going through this exercise mostly so we can, because you got to do it live, right? You can't plan everything. And in saying that, I learned quite a bit about what it takes to do one of these streams remotely, as we're doing right now. And I think the beauty of it is ideally we will be able to I can start, taking some trips, streaming at those locales, right? And yeah. But I gotta say, the biggest thing is, like, it's not worth using a USB microphone. Like, this one is obviously better, but like the routing and all that shit, it's just it just doesn't compare. You need a mixer. You definitely need a mixer. Zertag does it when he visits the family in Colombia. Is that right? That's pretty sick. GTRP from the beaches of Bali. Well, that's where we got to figure out the, when it comes to some things, we'll still have to figure out along the way. I wonder what I've been missing. There's a story I want to tell y'all. By the way, tomorrow, chat, don't miss out on my Twitch stream tomorrow. We're going to be playing Battlefield 6. Yeah. It's going to be good. I think it's going to... Do not miss that. All right? Don't miss that shit. What time is it gonna be tomorrow? I think it's like I think 11:30 a.m. Eastern, roughly. You may have created a monster. Wait, what do you mean? Do you love your country? That's why I'm not playing Brian today. I figured I'd get on Nino because Brian's at. We're gonna be RPing it out. I don't want to say too much about my trip until I'm back for reasons. It's better that way. But let's see what the hell's been going on. Let's see. Yo, you around? Nope. On vacation. Ciao. Let's see if Michael's around. Wait, what time is it right now? Holy shit, it's late. It's fine. Is anyone even awake? Craig Barrett's around. Mercury. Is anyone like... It's fucking late, bro. Junior, I doubt she's awake. Maxwell.
Forget a phone charger. Visit the gift shop and save $20 on our selection of $150 replacements.
7:25 West Coast. How long have I been gone? Moo. Judge. Callista Bell. Okay. Is anyone... Oh, Quantum's around.
Hello, Mr. Mayor.
How you doing? Senator, please. Not the man anymore.
Yeah, fucking.
I need a pickup from arrivals at the airport.
I'm on my way.
Chop, chop.
Okay.
Please pay the $100 baggage fee per bag when checking in.
I fucking love Quantum, dude. Quantum is... He's so good. What we're going to do is, if there's not much to do today because of how late it is, I'm going to do a throwaway character. Because I'm not going to not give you guys content. I mean, we're going till midnight here. So... I promise something. I'm giving it to you. All right. Not as much as I wanted to do originally, but it's a decent amount. So. I have to say, though. What the fuck? I need food. Yeah, we know for next time. We're going to do it yesterday. I mean, to be honest, it worked out yesterday because, like, it wouldn't have been a long one anyways, right? Wait a minute. My clothes are in. Wait, I have chest hair now.
Be sure to check out our selection of jewelry, alcohol, chocolate, and placentas t-shirts at the gift shop.
Yeah, you know the funny thing about all of it is the walls are so thin here that if the people next door are there, they're probably like, "What the fuck is this guy talking about right now? What the fuck? Why the fuck is he talking about his chest hair? Can you what the fuck is he saying?" Why is he saying weird shit?
Forget a phone charger. Visit the gift shop and save $20
True.
on a selection of 150 replacements.
Where the fuck is this guy? Is he on the way or what? Oh my God. Listen, I need to tone it down, all right? I got to tone down the conversations. You know what I mean?
Michael Hunt. Please visit a courtesy phone.
Some things we're going to have to hard skip. We're just going to have to hard skip some of these conversations. I don't know what to tell you.
Paparazzi are not allowed in the ticketing area.
Is this guy coming? All right, let me give him a call. Oh my God. Fucking sun's coming up and everything. You almost here, little guy? You almost here? Who else is around? Oh my God, it's fucking late, isn't it, for everybody? How does anyone manage the fucking stream on the West Coast? Wait a minute, I just realized, why would anybody want to stream in the West Coast? I guess you could say you could wake up early in the morning and you can stream and then you can go out at night. I guess. Because You're missing out on every audience. You're actually missing out on everything, aren't you? All right.
Mr. Senator.
How you doing? What the fuck happened to your face?
I got my wisdom teeth ripped out of my skull.
Okay. Can you why? What?
You know, you never gotten wisdom teeth surgery before?
I mean, I have, but
Okay. I'm in a lot of pain and I'm on a lot of drugs, but hey, I'm here. Welcome back. How was your trip?
I mean, technically, I'm you know, my trip's not over. I got to fly back in a couple hours. So
Okay.
um,
Well, what are you looking?
well, what's been going on? It's been like a fucking week.
Mr. Mayor. Or fuck, Mr. Senator. I'm not used to that. Everything is it's all on fire. It's all on
Oh my
fire.
god, everything is fucked up in my eyes right now. Holy fucking shit.
All right.
Hold on, let me step out real
Get
quick.
outta here.
Oh my god. Okay, I think I'm good. All right. Everything is on fire. What do you mean?
Oh, kinda.
Can you
Something occurred
can you
today.
email Michael, see if he can be around?
I don't know if he'll be around for the next couple of days.
Oh. Okay. Wait, why
So,
would
like I said, something happened today, and I don't know.
Wait, huh? Is he like in
I-
ICU or some shit?
No. There was a certain conversation that happened with a certain person today that it would best if he probably talked to you directly about.
Oh, okay.
And he has taken a leave for the next couple of days and doesn't know if he will return.
Huh?
Anyways, there's current legislation. There's a vote out to allow us to pick the official director of the marshals, so we have to vote yes on that.
Okay, can we park somewhere? Because my eyes are like, I don't know what the fuck. Wait, how do I? There's a way to fix this. The entire world is like,
We're gonna
I'm
go to
seeing weird
the-
shit.
We can go ahead towards the court center. I have a
do
meeting
I
with the
fix this
cabinet
again?
in 25 minutes there.
Is it population density? I don't know. It's one of these fucking things. Extended texture budget. Yes.
Park by the beach.
Okay. There we go. Okay, I think my eyes might be a little bit better. Okay, all right. Fucking put this over here. Let me see stats. Let's slap that in there. I mean, look, we haven't dropped any frames. That's a good thing. All right. Where are we going? You want to go to the pier? Like, where do you want to go? You want to go to the beach? Let's go to the beach.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the beach. Oh,
Okay.
Why don't we go to your spot?
Yeah, we can do that. Um,
If it's any consolation, you sound good.
yeah, I sounded awful yesterday. I think
sound
I
really good.
tried to get away with like, you know, using I wouldn't say like a cheaper cell phone, but just one that didn't have all the features. And the reality is, you need all the features because otherwise it's a million times harder to, tune the phone properly.
No, I know.
Okay. All right. You got your wisdom teeth pulled out and you're looking like that?
Yeah, you know.
I don't know.
I'm in a lot of pain and oxy and ibuprofen. My gums are. Got all
Did
four
they
done. I
rip
was
your
under
wisdom teeth
anesthesia.
out or did you get like your fucking, did you get in a car accident?
Both.
Okay.
Anyways. Well, what do you want to, what do you want to know about?
Listen, I don't know what there is to know about because I haven't been here for like a week.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Has it been a week? I don't know, like 5 days. So
yeah,
I don't know.
less than a
You're
week.
saying a bunch of mysterious shit.
Oh, okay. So essentially,
Send Mike an email just in case he is able to be around. I know it's late as shit.
Yeah.
So it's probably not going to happen, but you know what I mean. Might as well.
yeah.
I mean, I'm going to be, I'll be I'll fly out of it. I'll be back in action this weekend. So.
All right. Yeah, I emailed him.
Okay,
When are you
so
gonna be back in action?
probably the weekend. I mean, if I can, or Sunday, something like that.
All right. Okay. So, essentially, this week, I mean, for the most part, it's kind of been up and down. Okay. So, starting with the
11:30
BCSO, the sheriff's office,
PST. So
Junior.
3:30 tomorrow is when the
Frost.
stream is.
Picked Peters as his undersheriff. I don't know if you're aware.
Wait, he did?
Peters is the official undersheriff of
Oh,
BCSO.
really?
Yeah. And
Okay.
Frost, I think.
Why?
I don't know. I think he thought Peters and him would do what they've been talking about doing, but apparently, as of today, Michael will not be around. By the way.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Apparently today, Frost. As of today, Frost
Do you have any
has been
food?
Too soft. Yes, I do.
And drink.
I got you. All right. Today, I was at the PD meeting briefly, and afterwards, Junior and Denzel come out to discuss needing to have a conversation with Frost. Frost is not doing what Junior had envisioned him to do with the BCSO. He's gone soft. Simply demoting people to deputy, the majority of them, is just not enough. He's not letting people go. That's not downsizing. So supposedly they had a
Did Junior want it downsized?
Apparently.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting pressure from all these different directions. I don't know if he knows what he wants. So he's gonna have a conversation with him, if not already had today. See how that goes. But the BCSO is kind of all over the place right now at the moment.
Okay. All right.
The DOJ is.
I don't give a fuck
facing,
about the PD.
some things going on today. Grayson is facing an impeachment.
Grayson, the moose knuckle stuff.
Yes. Filed from Moose Knuckles, which he's dealing with today. Roman Atlas, the judge, is facing a bar complaint because I think the cops got mad and
Wait, hold on a second. Actually, I do kind of care a little bit
Okay.
about. Let me go back. Wait, so you know what? I'd rather hear from Junior, anyways. But I'll say this out loud: is wait, so why would he be downsizing right now, anyways? Do you know, or like, so how like appraised are you on this? Or are you just kind of like, what's your level of confidence in what's going on in that space?
Literally,
You know what I mean?
this comes from a conversation I had with Junior and Denzel after the PD meeting today in Memorial Park.
Okay.
They're disappointed in Frost. They're needing to talk to him. They're thinking about ways to either push him to do so or like pressure. But it's crazy because
But they probably didn't set the expectation, or did they?
they didn't set the
I
expectation.
don't think they set the expectation. I'm going to be honest. I don't think they did, right? Because you need it. How do I put this? Did they even have a meeting with him after he was sheriff and they're like, this is what we're looking for? This is the requirement. You know what I mean? Because if they didn't, then if you're not, I don't know. I kind of doubt they did, if I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, that comes straight after the meeting. He set an example, actually. At the meeting today, at the PD meeting, there was 25 BCSO cops there at MRPD during the meeting versus like 17 LSPD. I think that opened his eyes to being like, yeah, changes need to be,
Who?
He didn't like that, Junior. He got those numbers because Denzel counted the people in the room. Like, why are there so many, His budget's in pretty much in rubble still. So that's also why he's worried, because there's still so many sheriffs around, deputies.
Isn't he getting all the money, though?
I think so. That's something he said the budget's still not doing good.
Okay.
Well. Yeah.
Sorry, and then you were saying something else?
Can do.
Just the DOJ, the impeachment.
I need to wake up tomorrow early. What if I go to sleep right now and I just wake up real fucking early?
I mean, what do you want to do? You should be having a good time. You should be out for a drink right now.
I already did that last night.
Do it again.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe later. It's fucking like 7:45. I got plenty of
I know
time.
you're old, but you're on a trip. Go have fun.
I literally just, it's fucking 7:40. What do you fucking think I did all day? What are you, my fucking dad? Bitch? Huh?
Yeah, I mean, well,
No, you're not.
How's the video game?
Holy fucking shit. I'm going to shoot you in the head. I can't talk about it. Even the fact that I said that, you know what's so fucked? Like, oh my God. I'm starting to have like second thoughts on doing this. Some of the shit that comes out of my mouth. Can you imagine?
Can you fucking imagine? I know it does. Anyway, all right, maybe don't drink anymore tonight.
Okay, can you listen? Stop fucking around.
Yeah.
What else is what else happened?
Besides that, fucking, I mean, there's a martial vote out for legislation.
Okay.
Are you aware of that? I just spoke with Flores, one of the marshals. They're heavily against it because
What is
they
it?
don't. Okay, it's basically the vote that's out right now is going to allow the governing bodies of San Andreas put in place an official director of the marshals.
Really?
But apparently, according to Flores, I need to read it further, to be honest. This allows them to pick anybody. It doesn't even specify if they can or cannot be a felon. So they're kind of pissed. So they're on a war path to make sure it gets voted no. And I'm
What?
doing my job.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, well,
Why would they have a problem with it? Because... Yeah, but that doesn't make any sense because you'd get impeached.
well, on top of that, apparently, Richard Dark and Michael got into some shit, and they're not on the best terms.
Wait, who?
Richard Dark and Michael?
Yeah, because
I'm sorry.
Michael's not an idiot and Dark just is an emotional wreck.
Exactly.
It's my
Exactly.
fault.
So Flores told me on the phone just before you spoke to me,
Mhm.
pick you up,
So did I
that
get the role?
yeah, he's not happy with him, so he knows they're probably gonna pick someone else, and they're all pissed, and yeah, they're they're not happy or excited about this. My job is to getting people to vote yes.
I don't give a
But-
shit what the marshals think because I'm gonna tell. Like, I'll just say it like this. Similar to the PD, they sat on their fucking hands, doing nothing, without a director, and they had the capacity. Here's the problem with a lot of these fucking dumb fucks. The problem with the PD. Oh my god, I can't believe we somehow circled back on PD. These people are degenerate idiots that literally only exist in their own bubble, right? And I'm gonna start ranting fucking hot here. You would think after 6 fucking months of not having a fucking director, you would go to the DOJ, the Blaine County mayor, the legislative authorities, and be like, "We need this." Last time I spoke with them, I'm like, "Why are you not taking money from us?"
Mhm.
Right? So why do they all of a sudden have an issue where there is now a avenue by which a director can be chosen? It's like is it like a requirement to like slam your? Can you just shut your fucking phone off, Quantum? Can you just exit? I
Okay,
swear to
there we
God,
go.
I'm gonna.
I-
You see
I
all
need-
those
I
band?
need
You're gonna
it.
have double the bandages after
I'm in
we're
so
done
much
with this.
pain right now. You don't even know.
You don't even know what pain is.
I
All
got
right.
stitches in my fucking gums, Nino. I took 2 oxy today. Anyways, the marshals want to be able to pick their own director. They're pissed that the governing bodies. get to vote, and
Why?
then-
They
But then
don't. Why do these people? It's so painful for me that we still have people that want to pretend they don't live in. I don't fucking understand. Why would they pick their own fucking director? Are they stupid? They're not a fucking social fucking club. It's not a fucking book club. They work for the state, which is represented by the legislative fucking authorities. Are they are they actually like retarded? Like I just don't get it. Like at what point does your brain, it's like it's where are they starting this thought process in their head? I don't get it. I genuinely, it hurts me. Like it's so fucking annoying. You just have to be like, why do you think? What do you think your existence is as a government agency? Why would you not function for the government? Because that is fundamentally your role. I don't understand.
I know.
They had every opportunity to actually put something forward. And don't get me wrong, I know the fucking history, all right? But they never pushed back. They just fucking packed their bags and fucked off. And now all of a sudden, what, they have a problem? Like, I don't understand. What the fuck?
And they're on top of that. If the governing bodies don't decide on a director in, I think, 4 or 7 days, it goes to a public vote. They hate that. They're like, why should the public be able to choose who gets to, work as our fucking leader? So,
Because why not? Did they have a logical argument other than we want to pick our own selves? It's not a fucking book club.
their argument is that the people don't know who would be best suited for the position. 'Cause
What
they
have
haven't
they
worked with them.
done of value?
Exactly.
Are they like what have they done? Genuinely. The people don't know what's best. Bitch, you don't even know what's best for yourself.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and the biggest thing he mentioned, sorry, the medication.
Oh my God.
He's uncomfortable with knowing that most of the corrupt, and he used the word corrupt, governing bodies are the ones putting this in place.
Who said this?
Emilio Flores, Marshall Flores.
Flores said the corrupt. Is he? I
like,
think you have to
no.
be retarded to be a marshal.
He's like,
If that's what he
he's like
actually
the gr-
said.
He's like the groups who are
Corrupt.
actively, investigating and possible corruption.
Based on what?
I'm assuming he means maybe the mayor's office.
Based on what?
Based on whatever the fuck they actually do. I don't know. You know the Marshall.
Honestly, oh my God.
Don't mean to get you fired up. That's how it is.
I swear to God. I swear to fucking God. This shit fucking pisses me off. It's like, it's like fucking, I met these fantastic folks from Germany
Yeah.
on my trip. And, in their like San Frankfurt, right? They'll tell me like, oh, hey, what's going on, Flores?
Mr. Chavez, how are you?
What's going on with this Marshall shit?
I spoke to Quentin because he was twatting out about it, and I just expressed my concerns with it as a marshal.
Hello?
Also, sorry
no,
to hear
but
you
well,
cough. I'm a
I
little under
don't-
the weather.
No, like everything. Like I don't even know the context of what you're saying.
Oh,
Like, I
okay.
just heard there's some shit with marshals and a director, and people are crying or something. So I figured I'd call you because you probably have a better idea.
Well, again, sorry, I'm trying not to cough audibly here. The
I did a lot of coughing this week, actually,
Hmm.
out of my cock.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm on vacation.
Nice. Hope you're enjoying it. Well deserved after your terms. So, with this legislation, one of the things it tries to do is, establishes a protocol for electing a director of the state marshals. However, it's at least my opinion and some of those opinions that the way it does this isn't the best.
Can you explain? Can you? I
You want me to
literally
just
don't
explain
even
the
know what.
protocol?
Yeah, I don't even know.
Yeah.
Like, is this something that's like on the city hall?
Yeah, it's up there. It's up there, and then Dark contested it. Rizal wrote back, and then Falconer just wrote back today saying that it's going to go to a public vote, I think starting tomorrow?
Oh, I'm looking at it now. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Dark
Wait,
asked
why
for
is there-
state intervention.
Wait,
but-
why is there not a?
Oh, Rizal, what's the word I'm looking for? Waived the public hearing.
Okay. So what can you? What's like the summary of like why is?
Yeah, so the protocol is...
My understanding is that this allows the legislative authorities to put a director in place.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes, it is the 4 authorities. So it's DOJ, SAMA, and the 2 mayors.
And what is the argument against it?
Um, one argument is that it weighs the vote of one doctor, aka the SAMA director, equally as, you know, an entire consensus throughout the entire DOJ. Another argument is that these legislative bodies have the potential to fall under the purview of the marshals for investigations for corruption. Another
Okay.
argument is that it doesn't establish any prerequisites as to who can be the director in terms of like having a clean record, having LEO experience. When, you know, for as long as the marshals have existed, those have been prerequisites for not just being the director, but being a marshal in general.
Do you know who's making these arguments? Like, whose arguments are these?
Well, these were my personal issues I found with it after reading through it, but
Can I ask you a question? And
Sure.
this isn't trying to badger you. This is kind of,
no, it's fine. I mean,
it's
it's
just,
totally fine.
you guys have been without a director for 6 months, right?
hmm
Isn't this a solution?
Yeah, so what I told a couple people in conversations that I had with them, that they essentially asked me the same question. And my sort of take on it is like, yeah, we're not the largest department as of recent, but things more or less have been pretty okay. And while things could get better with this, they could also get a lot worse. And I know I'm talking in, you know, potentials, but I would much
May I
rather
ask, who are you to say you're doing okay?
a San Andreas State Marshal, a member of the department.
But that's kind of the point, right? Why would you ever, like, how do I put this? You're enjoying yourself in the marshals, I'm sure, right? But
Mhm.
an entity, as a public servant, which you guys are, right? For a entity that serves the public, assessing yourself is kind of foolish. You get what I'm saying? That's like a police department saying, "Hey, we're doing pretty good." But it's like, but you're not the client, right? The people are the client. It's not much different than, say, this isn't the best correlation, but it's close enough. You know, if you went to a name whatever retail store, right? Say like Apple, you know what I mean? Or and the Apple employee says, "You know what? We're doing pretty good." You know what I mean? But like, yeah, our products are pretty good. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can say it. It's your own fucking product. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so, like, what criterion? Because here's how I look at it, right? What makes you think it's very good? You guys got like 3 marshals. A lot of people
I
left
mean,
because there
it's
isn't a
measured against
director.
other, you know, quants as well. Like you look at the cases we're taking, closing, the joint work we do with other branches of law enforcement.
Yeah.
Those cases. Yeah, we aren't the biggest team. I mean, I brought that up earlier, but for what we are, I truly believe we're doing good work, and I think the numbers reflect.
I'm not
that.
saying you're doing bad work, but as an
I didn't think you were.
entity saying you're doing good, there's a difference between, hey, we're doing good given the resources, but to say the marshals are doing good is kind of lying to yourself, right? You guys
I
have
don't
like a
think so.
fourth of the numbers. I'm sorry?
No, I just said I don't think so.
That's not what you said?
No, I said I don't think I'm lying to myself in response to you saying you're kind of lying to yourself.
Do you think the marshals are doing well?
Yes.
When I say the marshals are doing well, are you equivocating that to individually you're doing well for the resources you're having doing well, or that the marshals in the current state are good enough? Do you get the difference in the question?
I believe so. Like, yeah, the numbers are down. There's certainly room for improvement there. There's no question. But
Would you
we've
be
been
better if there was 10 of you?
if quantity didn't sacrifice quality, then yeah.
Mhm. Would you be better if you had a director?
Yes.
Would you be better if you had a budget?
When you say budget, do you mean like an account essentially? Because we get the the hourly rate that all LEOs get, but are you talking like beyond that?
Yeah, to buy shit.
Well, yeah, but again, I've
Okay.
expressed the concerns I have specifically. I don't have concerns with the entire thing. My concerns primarily stem from the lack of prerequisites and the process and who gets to say who the director is.
No. This all stems from when you said we're doing good, right? I mean, three people, like if you run like, it's three of you, of course you're going to say you're doing good, right? But my point is compare what you have today, what it could be, to where it could be. And you agreed if you had 10 of you, if you had a director, if you had a budget, it'd be better, right?
I mean, I don't think anything is perfect. There's always room.
This guy doesn't have a fucking argument. Okay. Is this what you're saying? Do all the marshals feel this way?
I know Dark put his thoughts up on the contest. I wouldn't speak for anyone beyond myself, but I know you can at least read part of Dark's thoughts in the contest.
Okay. So, how do you think is a better system? Because internally voting is brain dead. Let's be honest.
No, I don't think it should be an internal vote. And I listen. I recognize that it's not a terrible effort when it comes to a solution that they put up, but it has its flaws. At least from my lens.
Let me counter some of them. So, and this
Okay.
is first off, this is the first time I'm hearing about it. It's just the arguments seem almost like a tantrum. Not you personally, but let me put it this way. I'm looking through this right now, and it says there's an issue because the legislative authorities are voting them in, right? And there's no you can't be a felon type shit, right? But if the legislative authorities put a felon in as the director, they get impeached.
But where is any sort of language that states that putting a felon in is inherently bad?
In the existing law, just like the DOJ cannot put in a criminal on the ballot. Not everything in law needs to be written out for every scenario, right? Law sets a framework, and the framework we have today would not allow a criminal to become a director. If they were put up as an option, the people that put them up would be impeached.
I like the theory that the law is framework. Unfortunately, in what
It's
I've
not a
seen
theory.
as
That's how law is in the entirety of the world.
well, in applying real world examples, I could tell you in my time trying to close cases and prosecute, I hear it time and time again. you hear people go, "Well, where is that written down? Where is that written down? Where does it say I
I'm the
can't do
guy
that?"
who put together 90% of it. Just because people say certain things doesn't mean it's true, right? And unfortunately, a lot of that problem stems within the PD mindset, right? And as an example, just because certain things do need to be put into law, but it doesn't mean that everything needs to. So, for example, there is no legislation that says you cannot fly a plane into a building,
Right.
right? But you and I both know that it is still illegal because fundamentally there are laws that encapsulate that action.
I do see your argument in regards to that specific example. I do think it's a apples to oranges. It is a bit extreme because that's like
Why?
criminal code and or penal code at that point versus impeachment proceedings. But
Okay, well, why do you know about Edgar de Castillo running for mayor?
I did hear.
Do you know that he was not allowed to?
Mm-hmm.
And that wasn't in law previous?
Hello?
Well, that was his argument. Was that
And why was he denied? It wasn't explicitly in law previous. But he was denied because it was in law that he couldn't be. It wasn't explicit, but the DOJ was prevented from putting him on the ballot because inherently it would kick off an impeachment. Thus, selecting him as such would have been against the law. It didn't need to explicitly line it out, and it's the same argument for a marshal, for a director for a marshal.
Mm.
Do you see what I'm saying?
I do.
This
I
is
remember
already
his
an
argument
example from 3
being-
weeks ago.
I remember his argument was something along the lines of like, well, it says I can't be mayor, but I could at least be on the ballot, and it was a very like specific angle.
Okay. I hope you put some serious thought into this. To me, this is just, I'm mostly just concerned because this seems like self-sabotaging.
I'm no fan of limbo. I do, I worry about potential. I try to be somewhat proactive.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm fully listening to what you're saying. I mean, we were on the phone for 16 minutes.
Yeah,
and
no.
I haven't spoken to the person in my car once, so I've been listening to what you're saying.
I hope you put some
certainly analyzing it.
please put some considerations in it, because here's the thing, right? My concern isn't even that there is a contest. It's more, this seems kind of like, what, like, I feel like there should have been a conversation. You know what I mean? Because the worst thing that can happen is the marshals just disappear.
I think there was a conversation, and Rizal screamed at Dark to do his fucking job.
I'm glad you called.
Probably should. You have to understand, Doc is kind of a cunt. He's a pretentious, presumptuous cunt that has never closed a case. So if Michael popped off at him, it was probably some cunty shit he said. Because he does it, right? He has this quirk about calling people things without any evidence, right? So I imagine it may have been something like that. But
I wasn't in the room. I only heard about it after the fact.
yeah. Michael usually doesn't say shit to people like that unless there's reason. And Dark, plenty of times I've heard him call people all kinds of shit, even though it's not proven. You know what I mean? You can have your opinions, but you're a public servant. You know what I mean? Like, anyways. Well, all right. Well, Flores, I appreciate it. I probably have a conversation with the potties directly, trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. Because this, to me, is pretty concerning in general. I don't know. Is there like a fucking middle ground? Is there like a counter proposal?
I don't know if there's room for any of it at this point because it's going to ballot. Like once this ballot is over, it's either law or it's not.
Yeah, but something else can get proposed, right?
Yes.
Hello? You better have a damn good explanation.
But if it passes public vote, I do not see a scenario where the mayor's amended.
Why? Flores, here's I want to explain why I'm being like kind of sound the way I do. It seems, correct me if I'm wrong, but the position that I feel like you're taking is that the mayors want to fuck you guys over, or the legislative authorities. Because this has all the signatures from the justices, Sama, and both mayors. At some level, I hope it's understood that they're trying to help you.
I'm not outright saying any of the legislative bodies are doing it. I'm saying there is a potential for things to get bad. And again, I only speak for myself when I say that. That is my opinion on the entire thing.
You mean
Because
worse than what it is?
Yes. We are not as public facing as the BCSO or the LSPD, and despite that, we still are actively working on not only cases but ways to better the department. We've been doing that for weeks now. It's a more recent thing that we've spun up to try and, revitalize essentially. But the hesitancy that I have with this stems from the fact that the person that ends up in the director's position, either through this legislative majority vote or the public ballot, if that majority vote fails, that person could end up derailing the department because there are no prerequisites for their experience nor their criminal record.
But Dark is running it.
Hi there. Supposed to be sunny this weekend. Yay!
Yes, he's been interim director for a while.
But to that point, what's the last case he closed?
I mean, sorry, I'm having a coughing fit.
Oh, you're good. I'm not trying to be a dick here, but I'm using your own litmus test, right? Just to understand. I don't think he's closed the case.
I think any director would take less on when it comes to cases versus...
He only recently became an interim in this period of time, right?
The meeting with the governor happened in April, so it would have been start of May, June, July.
The point is, but even before that, he's been a marshal for about a year before the director position.
Mm-hmm.
And he hasn't closed the case. This isn't me saying fuck Dark. This is me saying, how are we to say that there is no one else that can do it?
I mean, I don't think if there was a system in place that, had the safeguards that I wish it did, and I'm sure that, maybe Dark wished for additional safeguards.
How about this? Can you put together what that would look like on paper? And then give it to the legislative authority and say, here's what we are looking to add Would that not help?
Yes, I would have to make sure it is in agreement with the other marshals, because
Why?
whether I say I'm representing the department or not, people are going to take it as a marshal submitting that if I do submit it. So
Dark didn't submit it as a marshal. He submitted it according to this as a civilian of San Andreas.
no, but I'm talking about that was a contest. We're talking about recommendation. So
but
if
that's what
I
a
submit-
contest is. In the contest, you can put forward amendments.
It was amazing. The blonde one called the other blonde one a fat dumb slut.
Well, Dark can't anymore because it's gone to
Her
ballot.
husband and her dad. Well, come over next week. I think they're having an all-day marathon.
Okay, but it can still be amended.
Can't wait. Bye.
I can. Excuse me. I can speak to the other marshals and try to come up with amendments that we're all in agreement on that could be added to this, and based on all the ones we agree on, you know, potentially submit those to the legislative bodies.
I'm sorry. I'm with the senator. I'm on my way.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that'd be great. We need to
Yeah,
make forward
I'll-
movement on shit, brother. You know what I mean?
I'll see what we all agree upon and
A little bit of
get on
food
the
for
same page
thought.
on.
I hope that that contest that was put forward was not done as a civilian when the intent was through the lens of a director. Because that's the scary thing that I'm getting from this conversation. It sounds like it kind
It
of
was not. I spoke to him about it. It was not.
He did it on a personal level.
Yes.
And I hope you recognize ethically that if that was not the case, especially when you're talking about you want to see X, Y, and Z, but you want to talk to the directors with the other marshals, but this legislation was contested by a private citizen.
Well, I
You know-
never mentioned marrying it to his contest. If you want,
Mr.
You
know,
get what I'm saying, though, right?
I listen. I do get what you're saying. That's why I spoke to him about it. What I'm saying is that if the legislative bodies would like to receive thoughts from the marshals, from the active marshals, we can do that. But it would not be married to the contest that was put forth by someone acting as a private citizen.
I am not gonna take
Okay.
your shit anymore.
Easy. All right. I appreciate it, Flores.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Oh,
Okay.
I know.
You take care.
All right. We'll chat
Bye.
soon. Bye bye.
I'm gonna relocate you. We're going to the court center for a meeting.
With who?
The cabinet. Danger and some people, if you don't mind. Also, I need your assistance
Who else?
with Danger, Jaina, Andre, Helios.
Jaina
Remedy,
who?
The judge.
I thought she's not a judge anymore.
Oh, whatever she is.
Why am I
And I
meeting?
need you to.
What is the meeting about?
Well, I called the meeting, which I'm late to, because you know.
I listen,
needed to
Quantum. I don't want to go to a meeting with the other people's cabinet members. That's not right.
You're in the cabinet.
No, we're not going to do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I need you to do me a favor. Can you add some people onto the panel for Court Center? For the Neon Jungle?
I will do it for Michael. Quantum.
Yes.
What you're doing is this is very. We can't do this. This isn't. This is Michael and Junior's call. I'm not going to do something beyond their back. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely. Michael is supposed to, but he's unable to. So hoping that you could help out.
I appreciate you putting it together, but this isn't like we need to put on a bat siren or something like this.
Oh no,
You know what I
I
mean?
just need you to add some people onto the panel for Michael at Court Center for the Neon Jungle.
Can he send me an email with the names he wants?
Yeah, I got you an email.
Okay. I'm going to get out right here.
I can drop you off.
Okay. Yeah. I thought you had to go up there real quick. Sorry. I need to
Where do you want me to go?
back to that place over there if you don't mind.
Yeah, on the bench.
Yeah. It's not right for me. Listen, it's we can't be setting up an emergency meet. What is this meeting about?
The meeting I called is separate. It's to let them know to go vote yes on the legislation. To answer any questions you
Gotcha.
have.
Okay.
Yeah. And to let them know that, directing the questions they have to the right channels while Michael's away for the next couple of days.
What did Michael say? I'm so confused.
That is a conversation that needs to be held between you and him. I cannot discuss that.
Okay. All right. Let me know how it goes.
Absolutely.
right.
Let me know if you need something. I'll be down after the meeting if you need.
All right.
So did I get the role? But there is a good chance. Well, what do you think? Oh my god, this is so unbelievable. My life is gonna change. I know it.
Holy
Okay.
shit.
Thank you. Call me.
Ask me. I don't care. Go drown yourself, brother. Have a good one. All right. Sorry you had to deal with that, chat.
Well done, you. What time are you getting home later?
That was an interesting conversation. Holy fuck.
I'm sorry.
Oh, my
No,
brain.
It is nice to hear from you.
The fuck is going on with Michael? Oh my lord. All right, let me pull this up. Let me see what this is. What is the hubbub about? A lot has happened. I can imagine. Oh my god, why didn't we wake up earlier, bro? Yeah, sorry, chat. You had to listen to that fucking retard in chat just now. It is what it is. All right, so let me look. Let me see. To ensure the stability, leadership, and operational effectiveness of the senators, amends legislation. I don't know how much I care about this. I think genuinely, for the most part, I'm not even going to read it, to be honest. It sounds like was an attempt to put in something into place that resolves the director thing, and it sounds like the typical PD brain of wanting to maintain power, which has no legs. The entire argument is working backwards into coming to a solution. Law enforcement works for people. Law enforcement does not work for itself. The marshals are not Blackwater, right? They're not like a private military corp. And even the premise of three individuals self-qualifying the state of the department is kind of dumb. In such a, it's quite foolish, right? Because realistically, why the reality is here's the thing, man. I don't know if the marshals have really been able to produce anything, right? Here's my general thing. I don't know why there's pushback on something that is generally healthy. The marshals are effectively useless. I'm sure there's some things happening behind the scenes, but they haven't materialized it into anything interesting. The marshals didn't look into Princess. The marshals have made what progress with the faceless? I mean, wasn't it Mason Dixie or not Mason Dixie? Wasn't it like not Michael Simone? What is his name? Brian something? that got that chip. Yeah, not since Barrett. Exactly that. So the thing is, this isn't to say like fuck the existing marshals, but as an organization, yeah, Brian Parker, as an organization, like, oh my God, it's clearly not where it should be. No, I think I think independently I'm sure they're fine, right? Like even I mean, what's his name? What's the guy's name? Like Gunner or something. He seems pretty decent. I think that for me is the more distressing thing. Personally, it's like where's the self-awareness? How do you turn off the frame? Why would you say no to having a director? I'm so confused. I think this is just generally a bad faith argument. I think these are bad faith arguments working backwards. I think they don't want to be controlled by a new person. But the thing is, they haven't had a director. They've wanted a director, and now they don't want a director. But the thing is, who gives a fuck what the current marshals want or think? That's the thing. Why would their input, I think, is valuable, but they should not be setting the tone. It doesn't make any sense.
Howdy.
How you doing?
Doing
Running
just
through
fine,
the
sir.
beach, and I saw these on the ground. They look busted. I have not touched them.
Yeah.
But I called it as soon as I saw it.
All right. Well, thank you for the 911, sir. I'll
Yep.
get the evidence collected. Have a good day.
Anytime. I'll probably run around for a bit. Maybe I'll find some more. Who knows?
Okay.
The thing that's concerning about it is that this has been filed by a civilian. It says at the top of the contest, that's I, Richard Dark, citizen of San Andreas, interim director of San Andreas, wish to enter legislation into contest. I don't agree that Michael recused himself. I don't like that. Michael should not have done that, in my opinion. It undermines the arbitration. Yeah, Nino's not going to be for that. Specifically, here's the thing. Arbitration says you, in front of the public, need to explain your sides. Not this, no one's going to talk to each other. I'm going to even, can you even recuse? I should go look it up. That's why we put arbitrations in place. That's why I wanted them. I don't think we should ever skip arbitration. What are those metal detector guys? Yeah. And I'm sure there's a reason for it, right? But, you know, maybe I'm of the opinion we always have to be above it. Yeah, transparency is very important. I think the public needs to know why, because public's going to otherwise just vote yes or no, and that undermines democracy, in my opinion. I'm going to go take a look. Oh, I should see if my clothes are in. Good call. Well, that's exactly it. To say that having no head, having no ability to have someone to set direction, it's the equivalent. Bro, you know what it reminds me of? In government agencies, oh my God. They, oh my Lord. It's like, you know how there's people in government that probably collect paychecks because some institute in the government was created, right? And it's earmarked somewhere, and they get budget from somewhere, and and those people don't do anything, right? That's what this sounds like. This is something that like Doge would probably. This is like if Doge reviewed San Andreas, it'd be like, wait, what are we doing paying this? Yeah, if you don't have one, you're just existing and collecting a check and having zero fundamental accountability. To say that we keep ourselves accountable is the most like. Why is everyone a fascist in the why is every cop like fascist? Have you noticed? Why is it that literally we've been fighting fascism for over a year? Like, genuinely. Like, I feel like that's why I always find, like, myself feeling like I'm driving a nail through my brain. It's like, does everyone know that fascism is bad? Like, I don't understand. Do people know it? Like, you know what I mean?
Can't wait to catch the game at your place tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Because all their experience have been San Andreas, or it's always been fascist. Fair.
Oops. Pardon me. My bad, really.
Yeah. Jimmy,
I'm so high I didn't see the notification. Yo, what up, bro?
Excuse me for walking.
I'm where I said I would be. Where do you wander off to? You didn't listen to a word I said. Look.
How's the vacation? Amazing. Bro, the weather here is so good. I want to move. I would move here if it wasn't for it being so expensive. LA is gorgeous. It's gorgeous, man. I want to wake up early tomorrow and check out the beach if I've got time. You need an AI podcast on fascism? You know why? Maybe, you know,
I know, man. That was insane.
no, we don't need one on yeah. Listen, fascism isn't a complicated topic. You know what I mean? I think the problem, you know what it is? Chat, you guys know that. Never mind. Oh, it was a meme? Okay. I will say that what I noticed is, oh, I ran into Saikuno. First time I think I met him in person. That was cool. I ran into quite a few people. But I want to save some of the conversations of my experience until after I'm back, just because I don't want to accidentally say something I'm not supposed to. You know what I mean? So either tomorrow night after the Battlefield stream, which is at 11:30 PST, But I will say this. Yeah, like I said, I'd rather wait until I'm back to 11:30 a.m. PST, which I think is 3:30 Eastern, and I'm gonna be streaming on Twitch. Yeah, do not miss out on that stream, dudes. Do not miss out on it. It's gonna be sick. I don't think you need a YouTube video on fascism, though. I think some people inaccurately think fascism equals like 1940 Germany. Well, it's true that some people equivocate, and this is the danger. Even as I use the word fascism, a lot of papegas think Nazism equals fascism and fascism equals Nazism. So even to use the vernacular fascism or point out fascism, some people's minds switch to that which is very dangerous, mind you, because it's dangerous because that's not what it is. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Well, it's not about necessarily that it's a difference thing. It's more, the problem is when you equivocate those two things. It's because that term is probably used so unintentionally synonymously and unintentionally censors, even though that, you know what I'm saying? So. But it's worth looking up. I mean, it's not a complicated subject. Like look up like Mussolini. You know what I mean? But even that. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, wait. I thought I was having deja vu. Both of these people are sitting on top of their cars. What the fuck? Wait, why? Wait, is the server gonna restart? Wait, why? What the fuck?
Catch up, but we're also doing a club race too if you're down.
Yeah, bye.
All right, let's go take a look, see. Explain what? What is chat? Give me a 1 if you know what fascism is. Give me a 2 if you don't. Honestly, you can just Google it. You don't need a video for it. Fascism is like is like a mix of like authoritarianism. It's very fundamentally anti, democratic and anti-libertarian, anti-liberal. It's very, it leans on militarism. The government makes choices instead of you. Not. Yeah. That is pretty accurate. But it doesn't need to be necessarily the government. It can also be an entity, right? So in theory, you could have a in theory, you could have like a dictator that controls the military to do their bidding, right? And then the government could be, the rest of the government could be against it, but that dictator overrules. You could also have a elected leader, but then the overall, let's say, controlling government bodies are deciding something else. So it doesn't necessitate the entire government, It needs to. It's that there is a controlling entity, usually a government. Like, it would not be wrong to say, like, let's say, you disagree with the party line, you're out. Let's not confuse the term, chat, with IRL politics. People use the word fascist and fascism sort of loosely too sometimes, and they're not inherently, yeah, like, let's not, for like party, like, come on. It's not exactly, I mean, it kind of is, but it kind of isn't. I don't, let's not, you know. Yeah, that's it's not wrong, but that's an example that someone might use to like make a point, even though it's not entirely accurate. Like, for example, if someone was like 17 years old and someone's parents like demanded, like, you know, blah blah blah, and then you're like, yo, they're fascist, my parents are fascist, it'd be funny. You get the meaning of it, but it's not necessarily true either, right? But that requires someone to differentiate, like, not be a dumb fuck and know what's actually attempting to be conveyed. All right, let's take a look at this. North Korea is the best example. True. But it doesn't mean dictators are always fascist either. Like my favorite, Ibrahim Traore example, right? Technically, he's a dictator, right? But is he fascist? The answer is not really. Does the military control Boko? What is it? Boko Faso? Boko Faso? The answer is yes. But is there a dictator? Yes. Would you consider Ibrahim Traore's, you know, running a fascist? No, Boko Faso, motherfucker, not Boko Haram. What the fuck? Burkina Faso, yeah. Burkina. Thank you. All right, let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at the law, boys. All right, let's see. What is it under? It is under, let me take a look here. I need to get ice for this water. Give me a sec. I'm going to go grab some. Give me 2 seconds, chat. Just grab some water. What's my shit? All right. I'm chat. It's so surprising how we're able to actually stream right now. It's sick. Keeps your brain interested? Hell yeah. Okay. Wait, what did we update in this? Oh, that's this guy. Okay. Finally a Medi stream? Oh yeah. When does the server restart? What time is it? Wait, it's almost 1 a.m. Eastern. Is that true? In an hour? Yo, that's crazy. I don't understand how anyone in the West Coast. So West Coast streamers stream in the morning and then chill in the evening. That's actually kind of chill. If you think about it. I don't remember where this is. Is this the audit? No, this is the audit procedure. Oh my God, Brady. Brady. I'm too like lazy. I wish things could get reordered because it's gonna be up here somewhere. There it is. I don't think I might be tripping here. Arbitration hearings will be, hold on. If the contesting party does not propose amendments or proposed amendments are declined by the drafting legislative authority, a judge will schedule a arbitration hearing between the parties and the relevant legislative authority. Wait, so how the fuck did they skip arbitration? It says will be overseen. It doesn't say may be overseen. These are like I don't that's frustrating. Well, if they don't show up, then it shouldn't be either A, contested or the legislation, but you should have to, both parties should have to stand in front of the public and explain themselves. That's the point of an arbitration. If we were just skipping it, that's fucking dumb. We should be, I mean, the reason we put that there is so people RP, you know what I mean? But I'll talk to them. It's not end of the world, but because to get the city involved, exactly. I might put a post in there. God damn it. Do I have to like log into, oh my God, do I write a whole fucking thing? I just emailed him. Wait, is the vote? A vote might already be up. Ice cream crack your teeth. This tastes amazing. Poor Faulkner. Hey, this might piss off Michael, but so be it. We need to stand on business on this. It's my senator. I don't think you should be able to skip arbitration. I think it's rather clear in the writing we have today that, and the language that's used, that arbitration must happen, and that if you're foregoing it, then the process cannot continue. No one, this is such bad precedent to be setting that this is meant to be keep the mayors accountable too. Oh my God, it's actually open.
All right, Nino. Yeah.
I just flew in temporarily and found out about this like martial legislation. I'm hearing the arbitration got skipped and went right to vote. That shouldn't be happening.
Shouldn't be happening, but you know what? Fuck it. I don't.
No.
Fucking moronic that Dark is contesting this thing.
I agree. I just had one of the most, but I'm gonna take shots at my own guy. Michael should not just skip arbitration. That was not only is it clearly written that it will happen, and there is no option to skip it. I am going to ask, because I don't want to do it directly. I could write it myself. On behalf of me, can you respond to that and say that I, Nino Chavez, per the process legislation, this entire process should be halted. Oh, Faulkner's calling. Let me call him.
Yeah.
Do you want to meet me at City Hall real quick? If you,
Yeah, I'm at City Hall right now. I just voted.
Easy. All right. I'll see you in a bit.
Yeah, all right.
Right.
Bye.
Hello?
I take a couple days off and apparently the fucking city's on fire. What the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, you know, shit happens.
Are you at home right now? Or are you at City Hall or?
I'm at home.
Okay. I'm going to probably put something on that. This is a heads up. I do not believe that this should have went to the polls.
Okay.
And the reasons I'll outline it like this, and it's going to be on the thing. If a contesting party chooses not to propose amendments or propose amendments are declined by the drafting legislative authority, blah blah blah, schedule a arbitration hearing between the contesting parties and the relative legislative authority. Arbitration hearings will be overseen by a judge and justice, and this is the structure. The TLDR being they cannot be foregone. If Michael does not want to go to arbitration, then his legislation cannot move forward. Per the writing that we put in there and per the spirit.
Sure, but okay. So what? So what? Do I schedule it? Doc shows up. Michael doesn't show up, and then what?
If he doesn't show up, then his legislation's fucked. Yeah. The intention of these arbitration hearings so that the public, who is the voting base, that the proposer and the individual contesting it must be transparent as to their intent so that the voter base is able to vote based on the arguments that are made. You know, the whole notion of like skipping these arbitrations is, you know, it's kind of stupid. You know what I mean? Like, we need to be getting the public involved, and that's the spirit of how this was written.
So I guess my thought process was, if Michael said he's not going to show up,
that sucks for him. You know what I mean?
Sure, but then it's just going to delay the process. That was my mindset when I said that.
I think the argument I would make, not only is it a legal argument, but the reason why we put this in place to begin with is that it doesn't matter if you're the mayor. It doesn't matter who you are. If you're going to push something forward, you got to stand on business and be able to speak to it in front of a public. And the same is true for those that contest, because pushing legislation forward behind like a MDT screen or contesting it behind an MDT screen, that's not it. That disconnects the rest of the city from the conversation. Can they vote? Sure. But what are they going to be voting on? You know what I mean? They don't even know why it's being contested. It's just like, you know what I mean? And I don't even agree. I think the contest is brain dead. It's pretty much saying we don't want a boss, right? I'm very much for this change. But just because I'm for the change doesn't mean that it should go in the wrong way. You know what I mean? So I didn't realize, I only just found out the ballots just went up. But I'm gonna put something forward
for like 4 hours.
4 hours, okay.
Like 3.5.
I'm going to have something put up there. I'll send Michael a note too. I wanted to just do the professional courtesy of telling you what my intent was, so it doesn't seem like it's coming sideways. You know, it's but
I mean, the governor might get involved as well. Someone from the state is going to mention it to him. I don't know if he'll even care. So we'll see.
Yeah. You understand my position though, right? Like, I get it delays it, but that's the point.
I understand it, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Awesome. All right, Maury. I appreciate it. I don't know what time it is. I'm in California time in my head right now.
It's 5 a.m. right now.
Oh, so you're waking up?
No.
Jesus Christ. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I've been like balls deep in numbers today. Trying to figure out why shit doesn't work.
What do you mean?
Like the Blaine County account, the balance that's in like on the bank, and then the expected balance, if you pull the records, doesn't line up. Like the records say there should be more in the account than there is. So I've been trying to figure that out with IT people.
Gotcha. It might be because of the random amount that gets pulled out every so often.
That's so we found that's only a Los Santos thing.
Oh.
The administrative cost, that's apparently only a Los Santos thing.
Oh shit. All right. Well, yeah, I appreciate it, Falcon. Yeah. I'm sorry this is coming to you last second. Like I said, this is, for me, this is a principle thing, right?
No, you're right. I mean, I'll, stuff will get posted. I'll see it tomorrow.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. You take care.
You take care. Bye.
Yeah, I feel very strongly about this.
Yeah.
even if nobody shows up to an arbitration meeting, you know, I'm of the position if the contesting party doesn't show up, their contest gets thrown out. If the proposing party doesn't show up, well, then you're in limbo. You know what I mean? If there is no arbitration hearing, it cannot move forward. It's going to bring us back to this writing things behind closed doors bullshit and contesting behind closed doors. And that's why it's legally in there.
Yeah, no, I feel you on it. I just think Dark's a moron for contesting it.
I spoke to one of the other marshals about it because I had heard, I only flew in about like an hour and a half ago or something like that, and people told me the martial legislation's fucking, you know, there's a whole shit show over it. So I called one of the marshals and I was like, what's going on with this? I'm confused. It's giving you a boss, right? It's giving you a director. It's giving you a budget. It's giving you all the things that y'all needed for a minute.
And it's way less complicated than what the governor wanted us to have.
The argument that was presented my way was, number one, they're doing fine, quote unquote. And I said, who are you to determine that? You're not a client, right? Like, you work for the people, isn't it? For the people to decide. Number two, I'm like, how can you say you're fine when you don't have a director? Number three, how do you say you're fine when you don't have a budget? And there's three of you.
Calls me and says the marshals have fallen apart since you left, Barrett.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. There's also the statement made that, well, a felon can end up getting put in as a director. I'm like, no, they can't. Like, hypothetically, and then they all get everyone that voted him in gets impeached. Like,
hey, you know what's funny, Nino?
Yeah.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
A felon has been running that department for the last 6 months.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah, but you don't have a record.
Yeah, not currently.
Yeah, that's true.
But I did have I had severe felony convictions.
That is true.
Oh my God, look at that. It didn't actually turn out that bad. I don't know. This literally reads the exact same dooming that BCSO does every fucking mayor.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah. You know what my conclusion was? Why are so many cops fascist?
It really is.
Yeah. It's the and it's not even like accidental. They're genuinely fascist and they don't recognize it. Right?
Yeah.
Because they
really don't do they really don't take to their job the way they should.
No, absolutely not. I mean, even in this conversation, they're like, well, we should internally pick the director. I'm like, how does that make any sense? Right? Like, but we're supposed to be investigating the legislative authorities, hypothetically. I'm like, well, Princess was investigated the LSPD. Right? And even if you're elected in, that doesn't prevent you from, I don't know. It's literally a perfect checks and balances system, to be honest.
Yeah. The only thing I would change would be to add in the tenureship for marshals, for full-fledged marshals.
I like that idea.
A director can't just
wait. We shouldn't stand
willy-nilly.
here. I just realized.
Oh yeah. Basically establishing tenureship for marshals so that they can only be removed by impeachment. So that the director position becomes a public-facing, public-elected official who looks after the best interest of the people and oversees what's going on and making sure the marshals stay in line. And that if they want to fire somebody, they can fucking impeach them.
Dude, the chest hair really makes this so good.
But that also makes so the marshals can impeach their director and not worry about their job.
I love that idea. You know, I actually said, why don't you guys, like, if there's so much concern, why not actually put some suggestions forward, right? Like, here's what it should be altered. By simply slapping the plate away and saying not good enough, but not providing an alternative, it's childish, and the city needs to move forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um,
They need to move forward for almost a year now with the marshals.
yeah, it's... Jesus fucking Christ.
I mean, I'll tell you, the budget, not nearly enough to run the marshals. But, dear God, is it a necessary foundation? At least having that there is a foundation that's necessary to get things rolling.
That's exactly
That
it.
can be amended.
It can be exactly. It's legislation is and has legislation should be looked at as something that is going to be evolving over time. Based something gets put in place, it needs to be made better. You iterate. It's that simple.
Yeah. And you know, my head about exploded because I had a phone call with Flores right before you called. And he was like, "Well, I see you're supporting this, and I just wanted to know why." And I was like, "Because it's way simpler and creates a foundation." And he goes, "I was like, so what's your issue with it?" And he goes, "Well, it's the SAMA director having a vote." I was like, "Why does that give you an issue?" Because it's just a doctor. And my head about fucking exploded, Nino.
They're literally the ones that found the cure for the black plague. What is it? Or the what is it? Black vein virus fever. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, he was like, "Well, it's just a doctor. Why should they have a say in it?" And I was like, "Dear God, they are not just a doctor. They literally control like 20% of the laws. Anything medical related, they are a legislative body. They directly control the laws regarding medical related shit. They are publicly elected by all citizens in the state.
Arguably the ones that like dealt with so much bullshit that of course they need a say.
Yeah, and they are a core government entity. They are a literal entity, one of the government entities in our state that are guaranteed by the Constitution."
I would argue that this, because I spoke to Flores as well. That's the one I spoke to. I think those conversations in and of themselves explain why the marshals are down bad. Because that conversation that he had with you should have been had with a direct, like, you would think there would have been a marshal meeting, right? And that concerns like that would have been immediately addressed and snubbed. Right. And I'm sure there's some legitimate concerns or fears that may exist, right, in whatever conversations they have had, like, you know, but unless they have a foundational understanding of why things are the way they are, extracting out the valuable commentary would be a fucking, I could not. I don't understand what the fuck I'm reading, looking over that docket posting. It's just fear. The what if? It could be bad. This could be bad. Okay, and it could be bad if we went to the moon, right?
They've been saying that about the mayors for a year. Every fucking election cycle, the mayor, they're going to elect a criminal mayor. They're going to ruin this state. Well, God damn it, Nino. I got to tell you, the state's in a much better position right now than it was a year ago.
That's exactly it. When has law ever been so fucking like this? You know what I had this issue with the VAF stuff that I repealed, right? And unfortunately, the degeneracy within segments of the police force could only see it as you're removing punishment. You're helping the criminals. And I said, no, you brain dead fucks. I am empowering you to seize based on argument, because with that, you could seize right off the bat. If someone fucking murders somebody, you don't wait for 3 murders, motherfucker. You take it then and there. But if they're just like doing some low end shit, you probably don't do it for like a handful of times until there's a pattern, because it probably ain't worth it. You know what I mean? Like it's just
But you know what? That just means you're trying to make us have more work.
despite it being less work. You know what I mean? I was like, brother, don't even need to take that shit. Like just photo, boom, 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 you're done. You know what I mean? You say the same fucking things 4 or 5 times over. You can only come to a certain kind of logical conclusion. And if anything, and I've been very transparent about it, or I've tried to be, is that if I wanted to do criminal activities, I wouldn't want to do it with a police force that's too fucking degenerate to even look into me, you know? Like, or they would look into me and just because their fucking balls tingled a certain way, you know what I mean? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
And write a bunch of reports on it for no reason.
yeah, no, exactly that. Like, it's like I do think that there needs to be fear, right? But not fear that's generic and like algorithmic, but that, I don't know, man. Yeah. I'm probably going to have a chat with Michael. I'm going to suggest he pull this and hold an arbitration. Otherwise, I do think I'm going to put what is it called? I'm going to put up an argument. This shit never should have went forward. It's not good. Just because the end goal is what is desirable doesn't mean that principles and the law should be ignored to get there. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, we shouldn't skip the steps. I mean, if he does pull it, though, I might try to push for him to add the tenureship amendment to it, because that, if anything, that should alleviate a lot of the fears that they have of like, oh, well, they can just put anyone in position and they'll just fire all the marshals and ruin it. It's like, well, if that's there, then they can't. That literally just resolves every single one of their problems. And let the marshals be right, because the director should just be a political body who acts as like PR and a lobbyist, effectively, of trying to change direct legislation and acquire funding and make sure that the marshals have what they need. He's basically their babysitter, their parent, making sure the marshals have what they need to operate. Because I pushed for the culture of the marshals is that all marshals operate independently or in pairs. They are not one big family. They go after each other just as much as anybody else. And as long as they can't just be fired willy-nilly for nothing, just for not going over the whole group's idea, and they can focus on whatever investigations, including investigating the director or the justices, then why not?
Oh, you're not wrong. Oh, bro. Anything else crazy happened this week?
Yeah, I actually took a docket case.
I think you a couple days ago, right?
I just took it last night.
Oh, which one is it?
I had some bench trials. I took the Maggie Gun, People versus Maggie Gun.
Who is that?
She's a criminal that's bounced around a little while. She's currently in Hounds with Sean McQuillan and them. Like some ex-ADMC.
Oh, I heard about this vaguely. Holy shit.
Yeah.
You excited for that?
Exercise your bar? Yeah, you want to exercise your bar license briefly? And join me on it as a little sub-console?
I'm helping oversee this besties one.
Those don't conflict, do they?
With the besties one?
Yeah.
No, they don't conflict. I just don't know if I have the bandwidth. So
it's mostly just so I can bounce. I can tell you all the fucking tea.
yeah. I mean, I will put it this way. I am trying to create a little corner for myself where I am trying to enable lawyers. So with that said, I don't want to officially come on, but I'm down to, be a bouncer of, like, be a wall to bounce off of. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I think that's good. I want lawyers to get their teeth sharpened. We need that so desperately.
Yeah, I'm also trying shit on my docket. because every lawyer told me you can't do that. And what happens anytime people say you can't do that, and I really think I can? I'm going to try it and see what happens. And so far, it's been working.
Well, what did you try?
I submitted subpoenas through the docket. I subpoenaed phone records.
Wait, what did you do?
I subpoenaed phone records
of the cops.
I've started out with another individual to lead into subpoenaing the cops. My next phase is probably to subpoena the cops.
One, you know what I wanted to do a while back, and it might be worth going down. You know what? I just realized I already won the besties case. I'm a fucking good lawyer, man. Holy shit. Yep. I think they knew they must have known I was involved, and they're like, you know what? Fuck this. We're not going against them.
Well, I tell you, I just had I interrogated one of the officers who's prosecuting the thing in his own PD. And they're
so
motivated to the point where they said they're considering dropping the case now.
Why?
Because I've really pinpointed a lot of issues with the case against Maggie Gunn, because it's literally a hot gun charge, and I actually took the time.
There's like 2 sentences, right?
Yeah, I actually went.
Yes.
And requested. I made a motion to request access to the virtual scene recreation system, and I actually took the time and went through the scene and notated everything. And I was like, okay, compared to the statements of the 5 people they have, and the statements don't line up with the evidence at all. The statements make it look like the 5 people they had are the murderers. Yeah,
okay. I just sent Michael a email. Sorry, that's why I've been quiet. It said legislation should have gone to vote. Arbitration is needed for the process to continue. Spiritually, we put this in place to avoid MDT arguments and the public be involved by making the parties stand up and give the argument. I'm going to put it forward on the docket, but want to what you first. God damn it.
Yeah, they're this whole thing, it's all in the docket, so it's the stuff I'm saying right now isn't like private info or anything. On the day of the murders that she's being charged with, that her hot gun comes back to, there were 5 people recovered. 2 were dead and 3 were shot down, injured. In their statements, they took statements from those 3 people. All 5 of them were found with Class 2 firearms on them. None of them were charged. In their statements from the 3 living people, one of them says, yeah, we recovered weapons. I was given my weapons from the van at the origin point, including it stating multiple. They received multiple firearms. They were all only found with 1 each. Then one of the people's statements says, yeah, we were ambushed from up on the hill to the north. In the actual evidence, the only evidence that was collected up on the hill to the north was their own casings that were up on the hill. Of the blood, in their statements, they said they shot down 2 of the people attacking them and incapacitated them from their own gunfire. The only blood recovered was the 5 people that they have statements for. They literally just took them at their word and released them without charges, without actually looking at the evidence. The evidence itself, based on their own statements, tells me that those 3 people who are living are probably the ones that killed those 2 people.
Okay, sorry, I'm done sending the email.
I'm just yammering.
I am coming to the realization I'm also conflicted.
Oh.
I forgot. Not that it
Well,
really
goddamn it.
matters to me. No, it doesn't
I mean,
matter.
like
I can
all
do
that stuff I
both.
told you was
I
literally
mean,
on
just
the docket, so it's not like it's hidden.
Yeah. No, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I am the most conflicted man in San Andreas.
Senator
So
Nino Chavez.
how you doing, Benji?
Yeah,
I'm good, man. What's
Yeah.
going on, guys?
Pretty
How you
good,
doing?
not
Just
too
shooting the
bad.
shit.
Nino, I like the beard. I like the beard. Nino.
Yeah. You like the
I
chest
gotta
hair
say.
too?
I like the chest hair too, man. You look like you on holiday. Finally retired, now
Oh
in a
my
position
God.
of even more power.
I don't know. I came. I flew in for like 2 hours today.
mean?
I mean, I flew in
okay.
from California for like 2 hours just to see how things
man.
are, and I'm already having my brain's already fucking melting.
Why? How could? Shouldn't you be chilling now? Like the boys have got you covered, no?
I think that's under the presumption they're actually my puppets, which they're not.
Sure.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
Some people write better stories about me than I do for myself. I'll put it that way.
Right. And all those stories have been wrong, haven't they, Nino?
Which ones?
I don't know. There's just too many. There's too mmany. Some could be right. Some could be wrong. Who knows, man?
No.
But what the fuck is the problem? Anything anybody can help with?
I mean, I don't, well, I'll tell you, but it might be a little boring. The TLDR is the legislative authorities put some legislation in place to allow the authorities to pick a directive for the marshals, which there hasn't been for 6 months, and get them a budget and make the marshals actually a thing instead of a defunct agency. And the marshals, because they come from a fascist mentality, victim complexity, and a lack of common sense, decided to contest it, which is asinine, right? The general argument is we're doing just fine with 3 marshals and almost no closed cases. We're doing fine without a budget. We want to pick our own director. And it's like, you work for the fucking people, you dumb degenerate fucks, right? This isn't a social club,
Exactly.
right?
Yep.
But at the very same time, the arbitration hearing that should have happened, which is where, in this case, Michael Rizal has to go up and Dark has to go up and give their arguments before the vote opens. It went to vote anyways. And that actually pisses me off. So I just was telling him I got to talk to Michael and tell him to pause this entire thing, because we put this specific process in place. Even though this may benefit Michael, we should not be skipping the process of making people need to be transparent to everybody about what's changing instead of doing shit behind closed doors, right? So the vote that's happening right now, I'm going to argue, is illegal. So
Yeah, we don't want to
Yeah.
normalize neutering public voice.
Aren't you one of the? Are you an ex-marshal now? What's your name again? I'm sorry, I forgot.
Barrett. Yeah, I dropped out of the
Barrett,
marshals.
so what are you now? Are you in the cabinet or something? Oh, are you with Nino?
I'm just a lawyer, but Nino and I bounce ideas off each other all the time.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Barrett's a good sport, man.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, shit, Nino, if it all gets a little bit too much and you want to try and close down my casino, make sure you drop by the Abyss of Vespucci, okay?
Oh, I saw the tweet about it. I was going to stop on by until,
Yeah, until these problems happen. I guess.
I don't know why I bother with them, to be honest, but it's
Yeah.
I
mean,
want
hey,
shit to be
drop
moving
by.
forward in the city. That's what I care about.
Make sure you drop by, but don't go too hard, okay? I don't want you to close us down overnight, all right?
Why would I close you down? We passed
I mean, you never
gambling.
know how hard you can gamble. I know, but I'm saying you might go hard that we lose all the casino money. You know what I mean?
Oh, right. I mean, hey, I was a hell of a blackjack player.
Exactly. I gotta chill out, okay? No counting cards, Nino, okay? Barrett, good to
Yeah.
see you again.
Well, how many decks do you use?
I think it's 3, if I'm not mistaken.
You only use 3 decks?
Yeah. I mean, like
I
we
will
replace
show up
them, of
real
course.
soon then.
No,
Yeah.
we replace them. Don't worry. 2 decks, but they get replaced.
When? Wait, how often do you replace it?
What do you mean? We get
Every hand?
fresh. We reshow. No. Like 30 hands or some shit.
With 2 decks.
Yes.
No, you got this in the bag, Nino.
Are you
Yeah.
try and count? You can try.
Brother, do you know I got my start by turning $100 into 25K?
I mean, shit. I believe it.
You know what? I'll stop on by. I'll stop on by, but I'll let you guys keep the money. I'll do it for fun. Actually, why don't you sponsor me?
Why the fuck would I sponsor a hidden millionaire, huh?
Because, motherfucker, you sponsor me the money, and I don't actually take money. I take a fee to play. Yeah, and then I can do these things and be like, holy shit, I won $1 million with Benji, but it's sponsor money. I'm telling you, hey, I'll do it. I'll make it a fucking TV show even. You know what I mean?
I'll sponsor you.
All right.
100K sponsored. Boom. There you go.
Oh, man. Take care. No, chat. That used to be my gig like 8 years ago.
Is that what you were saying?
Sorry, say again?
Is your internal clock a little fucky?
It is. Yes. It is
just to make sure you
9:34
know-
on my internal clock.
Gotcha. So just for your awareness, we have a major storm warning in half an hour.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that is crazy. Yep.
You know, the regular tides come in half an hour.
You know, I may wake up like real fucking early tomorrow, is what I'm thinking. Real fucking early, because I want to come in and find out what the fuck's been going on, because apparently it's been tea season.
Boy.
Yeah. It's probably not that bad.
I'm keeping a fairly reasonably low profile for the most part. I've told them I'm not taking more than one docket case at a time. I'm trying to go very part-time on this whole lawyer thing. I'll respond to the bench trial and cell rep stuff every night. Those are always comical.
I think cell reps is some of the most fun shit ever, to be honest.
Oh, I fucking love it. Tearing apart police officers' PC articulation right there in front of them. It's just so fun.
You know, when I was getting to the end of my mayorship, I said, you know, they're like, well, what are you going to do? I said, maybe I'll go be a defense attorney. I immediately got comments like, what, like I became the devil or something. You know what I mean? And I hope that one day that people see that it should never be them versus us, but facts versus fiction. You know what I mean? I don't know if we're going to get there, though.
No, God, no. Not with this police department.
Well, it's a mental thing, too, though, right? Because it is seen on the civilian side. Well, maybe not as much. I'm going to be honest.
I don't know. I mean, most of the people I've represented seem pretty happy with things, but I've also gotten everybody off on, like, at least one major charge so far.
So the PD wants to drop the Maggie case. That's actually really bad. Not in the sense that that's a pretty big case. And if you're contemplating dropping it, I hope there's self-recognition that, hey, maybe they got to step it the fuck up then. Because,
well, I mean, it's shoddy police work when you look at it. Like, if you go and look at the original report on the docket, the 13701 or something like that, or 17301 is the original one where the murders happened. It's the one statement that pisses me, that's always pissed me off as a marshal in anything in policing. Any casings and projectiles returning to this scene should be charged with this. They literally just global scale it all.
oh my God, that's the stupidest shit.
And I don't know, did you hear about when last time somebody did that on a report? and I went because they do it all the time, where they just say at the top of it, any casing projectiles that return to this report, the possessor should be charged with this charge, criminal use of a firearm.
No, because that's not
found one
probable
once.
cause. It's just some evidence that you still need to tie together.
Well, and when I was in the marshal's office, I took that and I found one of those reports that was like that, and 3 of the guns that had casings and projectiles that were recovered on that scene, because they didn't differentiate and say these specific guns. They said any casings and projectiles.
I'm going to try, chat. No guarantee, but I can try.
That were registered in the system. So I ran them. I figured out who owned those guns. I waited till they came on duty, and I tracked down that officer. And I waited for him to do a traffic infraction, pulled him over. Hey, do you have your service firearm on you? Yeah. Can I see it real quick? Yeah. Verified it was the one in the report. Cool. Step out of the car. You're under arrest for criminal use of a firearm. Yeah, you have a problem with it, you need to take it up with this officer who wrote this report. Here's the report that we're being arrested for, because your report is written by this officer who said any projectiles and casing coming back to this report need to get charged with this. So you're under arrest for criminal use of a firearm. Bring it up with this officer.
I might not, though, chat, because I do need to.
But it's lazy, shoddy police work, because that tells me that they're not looking at the actual evidence. They're just going, hey, I collected something. This should come back to it. They don't care if it's old, if it doesn't look like it's involved at all. They just don't give a fuck. They're just doing the bare minimum of collect evidence. Okay, this was involved. Cool. It's now getting a global charge involved on everything. We don't care what they actually did.
Player voices need to be 20 to 30% louder. I can try. I don't think I can make it louder. I think your first point about not with this police force is probably accurate. Because you know what if we say, how do we get to, okay, let's say you and I, right, we are tasked with fixing this problem in the police force, right? And I say that it would need to be an outside party. Why? Because, and this is one of the beauties of this system, is internally a PD is never going to self-reflect and say, we need to do this, right? It doesn't make any sense, right? Why would you do more?
No.
Right? They don't have there's no like imperative reason for them to do it, right? But as outside parties, there is a concern and desire because we want to see people held accountable for their crimes. But in order to achieve that, it requires a higher level of quality police work and quality prosecution. I agree that it can't happen because I think fundamentally the police force today is heavily encouraged to respond to pings and do the bare minimum. And that most of their arguments...
their culture.
Agreed. And that culture dictates that they act like AI. And I know that sounds like bots, right? If this, then that, which might work fine for bank trucks and shit like that. But if that's the only environment you recognize, the if this, then that, and you're not trained on critical thinking, you can't resolve it because that mentality is polluted, right, in the organization.
Yeah.
If the marshals, let's say, were to put a director in place whose prerogative, and I know this may not have been the original intent for the marshals, but I say this in lieu of like having a third police department. But what I would recommend is I would like to see either the marshals take the forefront with not these, with all due respect, Gunna is still pretty fucking fresh, right? I think he's a good guy, but he's fresh.
Comparatively, yeah.
The other guy, whatever the fuck his name is, just runs around like G.I. Joe, right? I don't know what he's produced.
Flores.
Yeah, Flores.
Yeah.
They need to put some fucking vet in place and just slowly let them build up, and then take that culture and fucking implant that shit into the existing departments. Or whenever there's a fucking blow up, just start with that critical thinking mindset to begin with, just off the get. Because if that is not implanted in the general police force, and that police force is primarily just ping chasing shit, right? You're never going to see the quality go up. I mean, that's embarrassing if they drop that fucking case, right? That's a big fucking case.
Yeah, they may not drop it entirely, but the lead officer on it he's already told me he's going to be backing out. He's telling the other officers that he's backing out and somebody else can take it.
Wait,
I mean,
what?
Yeah, I mean they're burned out on that stuff, man. They just they're trying to pick up each other's cases, and they're realizing how lazy the other officers are, and they keep leaning on, like, it's Oxby, right? And he's burned out as fuck. On
Oxby wasn't the lead though.
Yeah, I know.
Wasn't
But
it
they threw
Remy?
on Oxby because she was one of the original ones, yeah. But
what?
Or Chaos or something. But Oxby is the only one who knows how to do bail.
Are you talking
stuff
about the
because-
Hounds case?
No. This is Maggie Gunn, the murder case that's on the docket. People versus Maggie Gunn.
Oh,
she is a member of the Hounds.
I'm thinking I'm mixing shit, maybe.
Well, she's a member of the Hounds, I think. But it's not just that. There was a whole raid thing that happened.
Okay, wait. Is Maggie Gunn the one that was raided? And then
No, that was Sophie Sanders.
Oh, wait, then who the fuck is Matt? What? Okay, sorry.
Maggie Gunn's a
yeah,
different
I'm
member.
down then because I thought it was something else.
No. Maggie Gunn is a member of Hounds. She got picked up on Friday during a robbery.
Yeah.
With her and Sean McQuillan. And when they picked her up on the simple robbery charge, Gunn came back hot to a murder. And the report for that murder was just that's the one that was just like any gun coming back to this should be charged with 2 times murder and 2 times attempted murder, or 3 times attempted murder.
What? Okay, hold on. Let me pull this case up.
Yeah.
Fucking hold on. I gotta fucking log into all this bullshit. Give me a sec. I'm just gonna pull it up on my cell phone, make my life easier.
Yeah. Do your 2FA so you can get into it.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna do it on my phone, so I don't have to like fucking hit like a million different buttons.
It's so much easier to do 2FA on your phone. Yeah, it'll be the second docket post from the
Yeah,
top.
but I gotta like log in and shit, so this is just a million times easier to be honest.
It's a panel of Falconer, McMoo, and Bell.
There we go. Open cases. Man, it'd be great if one day we get all this docket shit up on like the same thing. Wait, impeachment of Maury Faulkner. Oh, that's that.
That's fucking moose knuckle shit.
Okay, the people versus Maggie Gunn. All right. On July 24th, Fleeca Bank. Okay. Accomplice. Wait, but who's the primary?
They don't have one.
That's illegal. You can't charge someone with accomplice without a primary. This case can be dismissed.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, because I put it in.
Where is that in?
Under the accomplice definition, I believe. Hey, look, I'm a great number 2. Terminology. How can you be an accomplice without a primary? It's in here. I'm telling you, we put it in. I just gotta, let me see, accomplice. Accomplice is a person who knowingly and voluntarily aids abets. Established accomplices, I believe the following must be proven. Knowledge that the primary actor was engaging in criminal conduct. There you go. Boom. But it's also written somewhere else too. I just gotta pull it out. But yeah, you cannot see beyond to establish it. You need 1 and 2. You cannot do 1 without knowing who the primary is. Has there been a primary actor?
None identified. No, she's the first person to get charged.
Yeah, you fundamentally can't get accomplice then. There's no way you can't. How do you become an accomplice to a murder without knowing who the murderer is? How do you know? Who did you accomplice? That